Yo, what's good? It's your man 100 Grand Ross with The Rock Never Stops. Tonight I wanted to do a video recap of Chet Holmgren's debut Summer League game and how he's exactly what I thought he was. He's a role player. He's a role player. I'm going to dive into that in this video. If you like the video, you know what to do. Smash the like button, hit subscribe and the bell for notifications. I appreciate and love all the support that I've been given. And definitely leave comments in the comment section. You know I get back to it. Let me just start off by saying Chet Holmgren is by no means a bad player. All right, let me just get that out the way. All right, everybody always thinks that because I'm saying that he's a role player, that I'm saying he's a bad player, he sucks. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that spending the number 2 pick on a likely future role player was a mistake. It was a mistake. If you go back into my previous videos about Chet Holmgren, and I've been commenting on him and the hype around him probably since he started at Gonzaga, and you could look back in the archives. I said that a few things were going to work against him. One, he doesn't have a body type that can put on weight. I know it's been overstated, but it's significant. And sometimes, in as much as we overthink top prospects and we kind of like talk ourselves out of recognizing what they are, we also sometimes talk ourselves into what we hope that they'll be and fail to recognize that they're just not that, right? And one thing that people have talked themselves into is that they believe that Chet Holmgren is going to be able to put on the significant amount of weight, the requisite amount of weight to hold his own as an NBA big man. But the painful reality has been that that is absolutely not the case. He came into the draft under 200 pounds at 7'1". Now, you have to understand what this means, that he came into the NCAA under 200 pounds, got to Gonzaga, and they probably easily had him on a meal plan to put on weight, to get as strong as humanly possible. They had him locked away in a weight room. They had trainers working with him. I mean, I've just played community college ball, and I understand how much time you spend in the weight room conditioning to get your body in shape. I can imagine a program like Gonzaga, which is one of the best programs in the nation, and he still couldn't put on the weight. Now, then you have to fast forward into what you're seeing today. He's had between the end of this season, going into the NBA draft, after declaring he's now able to work out like a professional, which means 24 hours or 24/7, because in college there's limitations to how much they'll let you work out on the books. That's to say, not you sneaking into the gym and stuff like that, but they're saying how much time can they really give you to work on your game and to get your body into shape. It's limited in college sports, but as a professional, it's unlimited. You can work out as much as you want. And without restriction, he still couldn't get to over the 200 pounds. Now let's fast forward between the draft and Summer League Game 1. What you see is the same thing. Now, let's be clear. Everything that they said about him is generally true. He is extremely tough. He's physical. He doesn't shy away from the contact. He isn't bashful. He will dunk on you. He's very aggressive, great around the rim, great length, timing, really good defensive IQ, off-ball help defender. He's got really good passing chops. You saw a couple of passes from the top of the key in this game, threading the needle. He did some great things. And I saw when he tried to bring the ball up. He couldn't. Could he dribble? Yes, he could dribble. But if you have a defender pressuring his handle coming up the court, can he do it? No. Can he create his own shot from the perimeter? No. There was a time where he actually drove to the right. He kind of spun on his man, took a one dribble back down, then did the one-footed Dirk fadeaway splash, right? He had a comment, when he was going to the bench, he says, he's too small. Yeah, the defender was too small. He's a summer league defender. Matter of fact, the summer league defender that you're going against is probably never going to see the light of the NBA. I don't even know if he'll make the Utah Jazz's G League team. That's who you're talking about. You're talking about a guy that you probably faced in college at some no-name university in your regular season, because we all know that Gonzaga's conference is not packed. It's not competitive. And so anything that you do, we're not necessarily thinking of you doing something that's going to be comparable to the NBA at all. And what he did against this defender was absolutely that. It was not comparable to what he's going to see in the NBA. In the NBA, you're going to have Paul George on you. You're going to have Kawhi Leonard. You're going to have LeBron James. You're going to have athletes who are at 220, 230 pounds, who are athletic with quick footwork, length, and who are going to rip you every single time because you're not strong enough to back them down and you don't have the footwork to necessarily navigate around them. So this idea that Chet Holmgren's move that he pulled off in Summer League is actually going to translate, I don't see it translating. I don't see one of probably the best offensive move that I saw from him throughout this first game being something that he can actually go to. Now, this doesn't negate what was transferable. What was transferable was his jump shot. That is going to bode well for him. His ability to stretch the floor, shoot the ball from deep is extremely important. Why? Because he's going to struggle to finish underneath. He's going to struggle to be somebody that you could dump the ball off to and he can physically go through contact and finish at the rim. He's going to struggle with that. He's going to struggle big time. But if he can be a stretch big who can consistently knock down threes, and granted, I kind of think he just got hot. I got to see him in the next few games consistently hit. And I don't mean just from the top of the key. I mean hit his three ball from the wing, from the corner. I need to see him hit the three off the dribble, right? Maybe with some movement, right? His whole pullback when he brings it up a little bit and kind of pulls up from three. I think he just got a little streaky, hot, and I'm not mad at that at all. Maybe that's eventually going to be a part of his game where he can pull up off the dribble. But I'm not expecting that to be his role on a future team. I don't think the Oklahoma City Thunder is going to go, yeah, what we want for you to be doing is bringing the ball up and taking pull-up threes. That's not going to be him. That's not going to be him. That's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, right? That's Josh Giddey, maybe, right? Maybe LeGuins Dort, right? He just got that contract. He's shown the ability to pull up off the dribble. Great defender. He's going to have that type of a freedom. Chet Holmgren, catch and shoot, spot up threes. That's his future. Not a star, not an all-star, not an MVP. He's not going to be Nikola Jokic. He's not going to be Luka Doncic. He's not going to be the next great whatever. He's going to be a future role player. And if you're Oklahoma City, Sam Presti, that's what you got. Skipped on Jaden Ivey. Shoot, you even skipped on Keegan Murray, who actually looks really good. And you got a role player with the number 2 pick. But hey, as always, let me know what you think. I don't pretend to have the, all-knowing globe to see everything. So if you saw something I didn't see, let me know in the comment section. And I'll probably definitely chat back at you. But until then, I'm holler at y'all next time. Peace.